Hi, it's Maybery, and if you're thinking about buying a home, there's a couple of things I want you to be aware of, including your affordability. I'd love to tell you just a little bit more. So when it comes to calculating your affordability, there's several factors I want you to be aware of. It's not just the principal and interest, because if you're putting less than 20% down, well, quite frankly, you'll be assessed private mortgage insurance, and that can add a couple of $100 per month to your payment. Additionally, you've got local property taxes. That will also increase your monthly payment. So it's not just the principal and interest when you're starting to think about affordability. The next thing I want you to think of, especially if you are a move-up buyer, moving from maybe 1,400 square feet to maybe 2,800 square feet, well, your utilities are going to increase, both heating and cooling. So you need to be aware of what's going on that property. How much is it going to cost? Additionally, are there special things? Now do you suddenly have sewer? Now are you on some sort of irrigation, or do you have more property to irrigate? Trees or a garden or grass? All of that will impact your affordability. And also you want to be looking out for HOA fees. HOA fees will impact you, and it can come across monthly, quarterly, or annually. And depending on what the HOA does for you, there may be not enough risk versus reward. So you want to analyze each property on its own merits. And finally, a few other things that will impact your affordability that you don't always think of, and they're not the sexiest topics. The first one would be flood insurance. Being in the Verde Valley, we love to be down by the creek. We love to be down by the green belt. Well, many of those properties, the reason they're so close to the creek and green, flood zones. And as a result, flood insurance can increase your monthly payment in upwards of $100+ a month. And that is something I want you to be aware of. You should be investigating any property before you put an offer in to see if it's in flood zone. And finally, another thing that is just kind of out of the realm, if the property is more rural, you want to make sure it's located in a fire district, because if it's not, then you do get to pay a subscription to have fire protection. And this is not going to be in your taxes. Sometimes it's just an annual fee. So that is another item to budget for. When you look at all of these things, that is why I'm here to help you negotiate what fits best for you and your lifestyle as your family looks to buy their next home. If I can be of any service, I'm just a phone call away.